Soundstripe. 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 Soundstripe.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Six Nuts podcast, episode 50. We are live. I am joined, as always, by my great co-hosts, Paul Bourgon and Jordan Angus. Gentlemen, welcome to episode 50.
Welcome.
We are here.
Let's
We have
go.
made it.
Welcome.
Let's go. We are live across 3 platforms. We are live on the Six Nuts Podcast YouTube channel, so you can check us out there. Also live on the Six Nuts Instagram at Six Nuts Comedy. And Jordan, we're live on Jordan's Instagram account. I think it's at Jengus Comedy. Is that correct?
Yep, right there, buddy. And we already got members of the United Nations of Masturbation watching. Thanks, one out for the
Awesome.
boys.
Awesome. Well, Jordan is actually going to be monitoring the chat on both Instagram channels. I'll be looking at the YouTube chat. So we want this to be interactive. We want you to like, subscribe, obviously, but also comment on things that we're talking about. We're going to have a few special guests as we go through the this episode. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to recap the first 50 episodes. And it's going to be a great time. So make sure you comment, like, subscribe. If we see your comment and it's a really good one, we'll put it up on screen and we'll talk about it. So going to be a great show.
4 subscribers away from 100 subscribers on YouTube. So if you
Yes,
guys are
sir.
watching, hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 100. Like
Yes,
Dave
sir.
said, we have some pretty sweet guests coming on. I can't wait. I'm pumped.
Absolutely. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to start the show off in a second here with Hold My Beer. But I want to get your thoughts, gentlemen, Paul Bourgon and Jordan. Paul, I'll start with you. When we started this podcast, in the humble confines of your basement, sipping hot sauce out of a spoon, if someone told you that day, Paul, that we would be doing a live episode celebrating 50 episodes, what would you have said, Paul?
I would have believed it. Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah. It's just three guys with infinite amounts of ambition and the will to keep going is basically what it is. So yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. The three of us are obviously pretty pumped for it, and 50 episodes, right? And in just over a year too.
Yeah.
So we're kind of keeping at pace with that weekly episode sort of thing. So, I think we're doing good. I think.
Yeah, well, 90. We're at 96 subscribers, but you know what? Don't let that fool you because we are across probably 50 countries. I mean, you name it, we're there, man. Maybe in smaller numbers, but who cares, man? Jordan, if we had come to you that day in the basement there with that hot sauce, 50 episodes later, what would you have said, man?
I wouldn't even thought that was possible at this point. I'm glad. I think I said to you guys early on, consistency is key. And
Yes.
The fact that we've done 50 episodes in just over a year is
Excuse me.
incredible. Definitely not where I thought we would be for sure. I thought 10, 12 episodes. I figured people were going to boo this shit off our podcast.
Yeah.
But hey, man, friends, family watch it. Random people watch it. the Ottawa comedy community watches it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's great, man. And yeah, like, I would have thought the same thing. Like, yeah, we'll do a few episodes, and then, but here we are, man, and we just keep getting bigger and bigger, and we got some great ideas that we're going to explore in the next 50. So it's going to be a great ride. But you know what? We got it. Before we get too far into it, man, we got to get to business. It's so important that we do this, man. We start every show with the same segment, and what's it called? Anybody?
Hold my beer.
Let's go.
Hold my beer.
You're watching Six Nuts Podcast, and this is how I hold my beer.
Oh, Aiden, we love the way you hold your beer. I've heard a lot of people want to hold Aiden's beer. I don't know what that means. But yeah, we'll take it for what it's worth. So hold my beer, segment where we go around the virtual room and we share our beverage of choice for this episode. Big special 50. So let's start there. Let's start with the big man, Paul Bourgon, your beverage of choice.
Special episode, so I thought I'd do a special beer. So I grabbed one of those massive King cans of Budweiser.
It's a big one.
Yeah,
yes.
Big boy. So
Now,
yeah.
Paul, hold that up again. Paul has big hands. Okay, let's for the record. Paul's got big hands, and look at that can. It's dwarfing that hand. That's a big can, man.
It's not like the picture of Andre the Giant when he's holding that beer, but
Exactly.
close to it, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. So Budweiser.
I mean, I've rated Budweiser before, right? So
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what rating I gave it before, but I could give it the same rating right now. One of you guys did research on the last the whole bunch of beers we drank, eh? So you'd know what rating I gave?
Well, no, I'm not compiling the ratings. I'll have to go back and do that, but I'm compiling a list of all the beers that we've drunk on this episode. I'm not done yet, but I'm getting there. I should be done very soon.
It's good. It's a good one.
All right. Paul, we got a comment on this right here. We got Mr. Days says American beer boycott.
Sorry. I could do some cool, grab a big beer. I knew I'd get chirped one way or the other.
I love it, man. I love it. Mr. Days, what a great comment, man. Paul, you probably paid a 2,000% tariff on that beer.
I don't know. I don't really pay attention when I'm buying beer. Would you like a receipt with that? No, it's okay. I don't need a receipt.
Yeah.
I won't be bringing it back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean 8.225 is what I give it.
8.225. That's a great rating. We got to applaud that one. I applaud Top Chef Ninja's comment. Boycotts are for babies. So there you go.
Yeah. Can't everybody just get along? Hey?
Yeah, exactly. Can't we all just get along? It's beer, for crying out loud. All right, let's move on to Jordan. Jordan, your beverage of choice. Your first beverage of choice.
Yeah, I have two beers today. One beer is for our special guest at the end, but to start off episode 50, I didn't want to stress. I just wanted to have a comfort beer. And
whoa, let's go, baby! Did you guys talk before the show or what? Did you guys talk?
Yeah, Budweiser. I am putting in the glass like Paul because that way you guys can see that I'm finishing my beer before I get to my last one.
That's what I did too. I did the same thing. Got a Budweiser glass even too.
Nice.
I actually got a Molson glass. It's the Sens Army Molson glass. So I had to put on, boycotts and all, but.
Mr. Days, the Ninjas aren't Canadian boycott. I'm not quite sure what that means.
I don't know. I think Matt's high. Are you high, Matt?
Yeah, it's Matt Johnson. That's right. Mr. Dazed is Matt Johnson, so maybe he is really dazed.
See you soon, bud.
All right. So what is your rating on that beer?
What did Paul say? 8.2? I'll go 8.2 as well. It's the same beer. It's my comfort beer.
8.225. All right. My beverage of choice, there is a bit of a story here because I had it in my mind. I wanted this one particular beer, and today is Sunday. And I've started going back to church with my parents because, they're getting up there in age. So today was our first day back at church. And on the way home, we had to stop at the beer store from church. How appropriate. I said, honey.
That joke just punchlines itself there. Yeah.
That's right. It's like, honey, we got out of church. We got to leave church now because we got to get to the beer store. And in celebration of episode 50, let me open it before I put it on screen here.
You didn't go to 8:00 mass though, did you, Dave?
No,
Go to the beer store right after?
that was 10:30 mass. Yeah, I went to 8:00 mass and then I was in line at the beer store. So this one, bear with me. Actually, I have to open it. There we go. All right. So in celebration of episode 50, I got
50. You got 50.
Labatt 50, which
Oh, yeah.
the only
Good
thing
man.
I could
That's awesome.
the only thing I could buy was a case of 24 bottles. They didn't have a 6-pack. I've never tried Molson 50.
50's good.
So if I don't like it, I've got 23 bottles of 50 that I'll be giving away.
Yeah, 50's good. 50's not a bad beer.
Yeah, what's everybody's favorite beer? If you're watching this, let us know what your favorite beer is. And maybe you'll see it on our podcast. Or
It's not
probably
bad.
been on the podcast.
I'm surprised because my wife said 50 sucks. My grandparents used to drink 50 and it sucks. I was surprised. I'd give that like a 7.9. I'd give it a
There you
7.9. Yes. I'll applaud myself.
There you go.
myself. Mr. Days is busy on the chat. He's like 50 actually legit. So there you go. So that brings to a close for episode 50, segment called Hold My Beer.
You're watching Six Nuts Podcast, and this is how I hold my beer.
All right, so there you go. I'm looking around for a beer called 51 for the next episode, so I'm not sure how long I'll find that. So, all right, so Paul Jordan, we got some great guests coming up, but before they get here, I want to get your thoughts. I asked you, what you thought we would be 50 episodes ago, but just give me your overall impressions of the podcast. Paul Bourgault, I'll start with you. General impressions, thoughts of the first 50.
I think, man, we're having fun doing it. Like it's a great time. And when I talk to people about it or like invite guests to come on, I'm always like, how do I explain to them what it's like what our format is? And like all it comes to mind is it's just so silly. Like we have fun doing it because it's just so ridiculous. I love the times where we get carried away talking about like John Wick or bad drivers or whatever. Like it's just I don't know. It's just there doesn't seem to be a format, even though there is a format, and it's fun that way. So I like that we keep it silly.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
in today's world, man, everybody needs to laugh, man. Everybody's so uptight about everything. Like let's laugh a little bit, man. Jordan, your thoughts?
I think it's great. I like, and this is feedback that I've heard from people who will watch, but they don't comment. But the fact that we have segments that kind of relate to us, and the fact that we're comedians and just like everyday people with the pet peeves, but also the fact that we do bits that bite. And I find it's very, I would say, uncensored in that the fact that we are giving you something that we haven't tried. Whether it's going to be good or it sucks, it's interesting. It's interesting to have comics come on and try to guess which one of us wrote a joke. It plays with our minds a little bit. And I find when we don't do an episode or we aren't able to, where we've missed like a week or two, I don't know about you guys, but it definitely throws me off.
Absolutely.
Kind of bums me out when we don't do an episode. So
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, for
agreed.
sure, man, for sure. And you know what? Over the first 50, we've had guests. We've had some great local guests, but we've also had guests from all over North America, you could say. And in fact, our very first guest, I see him in the green room now, and we're going to bring him on. He came on for episode 6. So very early on, I think we were at 20 subscribers, something like that.
7. We were at 7.
Were we at 7? Okay, so now we're all the way up to like 96. So now this guy, he's probably nervous coming on now. He's like, holy shit, 96 subscribers, man. I can't blow this one, man. Anyway, let's welcome, he's in the green room. We're going to bring him on right now. Welcome to the show, everybody. Let's give him a big round of applause for Alex Cunningham. Alex,
What's up, everybody?
welcome back.
Thank
Guess
you.
who's
Thank
back?
you.
Back again.
I'm back. My voice is gone.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got an email from Alex this morning. He said, I woke up with a sore throat and I've got no voice. And you still want me to come on? I said, man, it's your opportunity, man. You can hit like 94 subscribers. Massive audience, man. You can't miss this one. So thanks a lot for coming on, Alex. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I heard 96 and I was like, that's going to be like 5 times bigger than any crowd I've ever had. So like, I need this today. Boys or not, I will be there.
Nice.
Great to have you back, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. You guys are you're so fancy now. You've got handles on here. Well, Dave, you're just like, I'm just Dave. But nobody needs to know where to find me. They already know. 96 of them know where to find me.
Exactly. So what just so people who maybe should go back and watch episode 6 that you were on with us. It was a great episode. Maybe just and I don't want to make you talk too much, but you're down in Austin, Texas. So comedian, you've done shows all over the US. You started in where did you start? Indiana. And you're down
that was my first one. Yep, and then I was out in LA for a while, so just kind of all over the place. We just got back from a Midwest run. We did 4 states, so we really try and travel. We're planning another run, hopefully for July, and then something in October. So just really, my goal is to hit all 50 states.
Wow, nice. What about state 51?
Yeah. I'm working on it. I had one of my friends, he's out of northern Michigan, and he's like, hey, if I plan a run in Canada, you gonna go? And I was like, yeah, I've got friends in Canada. He's like, bullshit. I'm like, nah, I've got 96 of them. You don't even know.
Exactly. Well, Alex, we put together a small compilation of the best of on episode 6. So it's a couple of minutes long, so we'll play it and then we'll come back and get your comments. So here are some highlights from episode 6 featuring Alex Cunningham.
I'm glad you think that my nuts are big enough to be considered full-size nuts to be the 8th nut. We had to go with a Canadian beer because I've never had Canadian beer, but you guys seem like you're having a great time. So I'm like, you know what? 9%. That's right up my alley. So we're doing the La Fin du Monde. Can I try it?
Yeah, absolutely.
By all means, try it.
That's decent. I mean, you can tell it's 9%.
Only person in the world.
La Fin du Monde.
I love it, man. I love it, man.
You guys are all just very nice people anyway. We're not. We're assholes. After a couple of these, I'm sure we're all going to be pieces of shit. Okay. So I'm like the Wish version of Joe Dirt. And I'm like, that is literally accurate. You say the N-word? And again, you can, but you gotta make sure it's funny because you put black in front of anything and people support it, like black owned business. Fuck yeah. But like black power, cool, white, like, guys, you're uncomfortable. I'm fucking thriving right now. Like, I love how uncomfortable you are.
I asked a lady the other day, what does cum taste like? And she said, I think cum tastes like snot. And that fucked me up because when I was a little kid, I always had a runny nose and I'd lick it. I just licked my lip. So do I know what cum tastes like? Yeah, probably. But it's fucked up because now if I got a runny nose, I don't know if I'm licking snot or cum. Either way, it tastes delicious.
Tastes like chicken noodle soup, but call me Campbell's, baby, because I'm here to make you feel better.
Oh, there you go. So that was a couple of minutes of Alex Cunningham. That was a great show.
What a blast.
I got some chicken noodle soup for you, Alex, if you need.
I just need to try my own flavor. That's why this hasn't come back yet.
All I can think about is how much I miss that hair.
Yeah,
I saw you and I was like, I don't even know who this is.
Yeah,
this is a grown up here. Yeah, you're gorgeous.
Gotta grow up, eh? Gotta grow up.
No, I've tried. I'm still only 5'2". I can't grow up for shit.
Oh
You're
man.
5'2" is what you said?
I like the face that you just got whenever you heard those numbers. Your eyebrows went down. Wait, you're 5'2"? Yes, sir.
Good things, eh? Good things come in small packages.
Yeah, and a lot of things
Absolutely.
have come in me. So wait, can I say that here?
Oh man. What's it like down there these days, Alex? I know like before, way back when you were on, a lot of things have changed in the US. Trump's in power. I don't want to get too political, but are things as crazy? I mean, things up here are nuts. Like Trump's, the tariffs are on, they're off. Canadians are losing their minds. I mean, is it just as crazy down there these days? And how does that help with comedy or not?
That's hard. Like obviously anytime that there's like a change of power, you always have everybody gets super political for the first couple of years before, things change or that, they just get used to it. So I definitely think that right now we're in that spot where like no one can shut the hell up. And everybody has become a political science major, which is really fun. But I'm just stupid. So, I don't know one way or the other. But I know that the noise has gotten much louder now. Like especially because like with the Gulf of America, everybody is a big fan of that. So no, everybody's bitching about everything, and like I think it gives you something to talk about, but now everybody's just talking about the same thing. So that's why it's kind of like it's one of those things that I try to stay off the topic, like on stage. Like I'll talk all day long. It doesn't mean that it comes from anything that's factual, but I'll still talk. But I just try and stay more on just myself as far as comedy goes. But I know that you're seeing a big pushback as far as like people not being afraid to say certain things anymore. We're getting more people that are willing to say some of the trigger words, and I'm here for it, because like I hate that people have become so sensitive or soft, whenever it comes to making people laugh. It's like I said in the other one, I love that it just popped up and it said the N-word, and I was like, if anything's ever going to represent me, I hope that it's that clip right there. But I still stay true to that
I was waiting for you to pull that up.
And
all the comments start shooting. Yeah.
you guys are gonna start losing subscribers. You're like, wow, it was in the 90s. We're back into the 60s. When you could say the N-word. But
Those were the days, eh? Sounds like you miss those days. No, I'm just saying those were the days.
those were the days. We're just trying to make
always
America
sunny.
great again.
Yeah.
But no, you're getting back to the place where you can say certain things, and I think that anything can be said as long as it's tasteful, So I'm a big advocate for that. I'm like, if you're not pissing people off, you're not doing enough.
Yeah. Well, Paul, I don't know if we talked about this last time, but Paul has a joke about a certain camera or a photo developing place that
We did.
teeters on the edge of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I've been trying my best to not piss people off with it. It seems to happen, but I think I told you this one last time. Yeah, there used to be a photography place, a store called Black's Photography here, and basically the punchline of the joke is like how I couldn't stand bringing my camera or my film there, and I just like learned really quickly to stop saying, "Man, I hate blacks." So it's definitely it works in some small parts of Ontario, but in the major cities, it's a real tough one to get to cut loose on.
It is, and it's hard, like no matter where you're at. But like I'm working on this new bit, so I don't know if you guys. I know we all follow each other on social and stuff. But so my wife is pregnant. We're going to have a little girl. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so I've been working on a lot of new stuff, as far as like parenting goes and stuff like that. And there's this new bit that I'm working on, and I think it's a great bit. And it's talking about, I went to the toy aisle the other day because I wanted to buy my daughter her first Barbie, and I got into the toy aisle and there were no white Barbies anymore. They only had like brown Barbies, and we've become look at America that now me as a white man, I have to buy a black girl again. And I feel like that's we're so woke, we went backwards, and then I dive into it even more so, and I'm like, it's crazy because on this Barbie, it says, for outdoor use only. And and it gets really,
God.
really offensive. But
Jeez.
it's to the point where, like, we're all having fun. I just actually did this for the second time on stage on my show on Friday. And one of my regulars that always comes to this particular show, he's a black guy, and he loved it. Like, I could hear his laugh, like, come through the crowd. So I was like, okay, I got his approval, so I don't give a fuck. I don't remember if you guys cuss on here.
Yeah. Go
Okay,
for it.
good.
Go ahead.
I don't give a shit if anybody else gets offended. Like, that guy laughed, and that's
Yeah.
what matters to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's usually how it happens. I find, like, if there's, like, one black guy in the crowd, like, if he laughs, then everyone else is like, oh, okay, yes, no, you can laugh, but it's like,
But yeah, it's not racist anymore. Oh no.
come on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
like
brilliant.
I really try, because a lot of stuff that I do, I mean, you guys have seen a lot of my stuff. It's all about me, I mean, like, my life. And I toy with a lot of different things, topics, like with my mom being on meth and stuff like that. And a lot of people who, like, have, meth addicts in their family, a lot of times they'll be like, oh no, you can't talk about stuff like that because, like, that's their disease, like, they need to recover. I was like, they need to stop smoking meth.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they need to do. But everybody just wants to have a reason to complain. So I'm like, I'll just give them a reason. I'll just make it easy for them.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Anyway, I know that your voice is struggling, and you were gracious enough to come on here for the team, and knowing that you had a very strained voice, we appreciate that. So we're gonna let you go, but before we do, maybe share with our 96 subscribers and the entire planet, where can people find you, and any upcoming shows maybe that you want to plug?
Yeah, absolutely. I really appreciate you guys having me on here. I know it was just a short spot, but it's always a blast talking to you guys. Some of the nicest comedians I've ever met. I guess it's the Canadian in you, but I do really appreciate you guys and all 96 subscribers you have. So if you guys want to go see tiny 5'2" American on the internet, you can find me at The Real Alex Cunningham on all the platforms. Next time I'll put it right here. I'll be fancy and updated.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much, and I look forward to doing another episode.
Appreciate it. I'd love to have you back anytime, and best of luck with the upcoming baby. So we wish you and your family all the best. Thanks again, Alex.
Yeah,
Congrats,
thank you
man.
guys.
See you, man.
Thank you.
All right, that was Alex Cunningham. Great to have him back, man. He's such a funny guy.
He's a nice
Good to see
guy.
him.
Yeah, nice guy for sure.
We're nice guys too, though, right? So, like, it just fits.
We are nice guys, and
Yeah.
it's interesting though. I mean, what a different world, eh? Canada versus the U.S. and how crazy things are down there compared to here. It's just a different world.
And yeah, we still get along with each other. Like,
Yeah, like Paul said, why can't we just all get along?
yeah.
So anyway, that was great. We got in the green room. I could see we got our next guests. So we had these guys we had on 3 different episodes, but they're all from the same group in Cornwall. So we thought, let's bring them all on together. We had in episode 7, so right after Alex Cunningham, we had Not Your Average Joe came on. And then 2 episodes later, episode 9, Pat Cardinal came on, also from LOL Entertainment. And then a few more episodes down the line, episode 19, we had Matt Johnson. So we're going to bring them all on at the same time. This will be very interesting. We've never had this many on. So let's welcome to the show, LOL Entertainment, Not Your Average Joe, Pat Cardinal, and Matt Johnson.
Hey,
Gentlemen,
what's up, boys?
what is going on?
There we go.
What's going on, guys?
Stop
How we
against
doing?
bottom.
Bring the chaos.
Stop against bottom.
It's
All
12
right.
nuts. It's 12 nuts.
Yeah, 12 nuts. So welcome, gentlemen. We've never had this many people on at once, so I'm just going to say talk amongst yourselves and for the next 15 minutes.
I like how it lines us all up under each of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does it
Okay,
feel to be how does it feel to be under me, Matt?
I think you'd be a gentle lover. That's for sure.
Gentle being the key word.
I don't know. I think Pat's
now.
So welcome, guys. What's going on in Cornwall these days?
Not much, man. We just had the Danger Cats here there on Friday. Promoted that show. It was a huge show, sold out crowd, so that was great.
Yeah,
They
140
were in Ottawa the
people,
next
packed
day.
the room.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Nice. So of the three, I'm going to. I was doing some stats and compiling some which beers we've had over the first 50 episodes. So between the three of you gentlemen, we had Joe, not your average Joe, Pat Cardinal, and Matt Johnson. Which of your episodes do you think had the most number of views?
Pats. I want to say Pats.
All right. Well, Matt's saying Pat.
It
Pat's
was
saying
the
Pat.
whiskey, bud.
Jordan's going like Pat too, so I'm gonna say Pat.
Yeah. Pat, how many times did you watch the episode?
Probably like 500, bud. Like I had to give you guys some views, you know. I had to encourage it, man.
We
I just
appreciate
have to
that.
watch it 10 times in a row to understand his half French accent. That's why.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, people just trying to decipher what was going on.
100%.
Go back and start, like, what do you say?
It was the whiskey, man. I brought it up a notch with the whiskey and energy drink.
Now, if I remember correctly, Matt, you had Pat, you had a energy drink and a bottle of whiskey, and you drank right out of the bottle. Joe had, I think you had iced coffee and
Yeah, it was like like a butter tart. Yeah, like a whiskey liqueur butter tart. Yeah. Yeah, it was delicious, man. It was delicious. It was really, I remember Paul liked. Yeah, Paul was intrigued by that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Matt, I can't remember what Matt had, to be honest.
Probably Bush. I'm usually a Bush guy.
The Bush guy.
He looks
My
like a
God.
Bush guy.
Yeah,
So-
I like the nice-
What else is going on, boys? What else is going on with upcoming shows? You guys are busy down there, eh?
Yeah, well, personally, we're not really putting on anything huge right now. We're focusing, we're staying on the business with LOL. We do have some bigger shows planned and some bigger things planned, but more later in the year. Right now, we're kind of just trying to focus on our own acts right now too. Right, we're trying to hone those in and get some new material out there too, and just kind of hit all the clubs. Right, hit up the scene in Montreal. You know, we've done the whole Ottawa thing a lot of times. We love going up there, but just trying to hit some different markets and honing the craft a little bit more, working on some new material, and that's what we're up to these days.
Nice.
We got a couple more charity events coming up. Last year we did the Canadian Mental Health Society. They reached out to us again this year. I forgot to tell you boys on the bottom about that. So we're doing that again, FYI. So we got some charity things going on. We got a couple weddings and receptions that we're doing too this year. And so that side of the business is going really well. So that's what we got going on LOL wise.
Awesome.
Nice. What about you, Pat? Individually, what's up with you these days?
Same thing, man. Just trying to keep the business going on the back end. We're doing a fundraiser for a friend of ours who suffered a fire to her home at the end of the month. But other than that, we're just trying to keep ourselves out there and do good for our community.
Nice. And what about you, Matt? What's up?
Next thing I got coming up is actually your show on the 24th at the Barley Mow.
Nice.
Yeah. Making sure there's no storm this time. It'd be nice not to be
Yeah, exactly.
snowed out. Goddamn weather.
Yeah.
And then we'll be doing that event for a good friend of ours that suffered a tragedy, and we're just gonna be part of it and help raise some money for them, get themselves back on their feet.
Right on. Well, you know what? We did put some highlights together for you guys as well from your appearance. So I've got a short reel for each of you. So we will start with Not Your Average Joe. Highlights.
Of course, the best looking one you got to start with, bro.
You are the most handsome. I would say you are tied with Pat and Matt as the most handsome.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So anyway, here's some
That's
highlights.
the biggest compliment anyone's ever given me.
Okay, I win.
More to come. More to come. So here's some highlights from episode 7 with Not Your Average Joe.
Cornwall, we're a nice little city, and despite all the rumors, we're a pretty good bunch here. So you know what I mean. Nobody really likes driving through a city that smells like a fire. No longer have a strip club. I'm drinking some iced coffee with some 40 Creek whiskey, butter tart. It's only 15%. That's why my mug is so big. I'm a little bit too old now to be taking punches in the head consistently and still try to be able to help my kids with their math homework. So the fire's there, man. I gotta keep the animal at bay a lot of the time. It becomes a lifestyle, you know, when you.
There you go. So that was Not Your Average Joe. Well done. Do you still have that bottle of butter whiskey?
No. Oh wait, actually, you know what? Holy shit! I kept it, bro. It's a souvenir now. It's all gone though, but it's a souvenir now, bro. What are the odds? What are the odds? I will tell you the awesome hat that I was wearing in that video. My dog chewed up though. So everybody and anybody watching, your awesome subscribers. You can e-transfer me at lol-entertainment at outlook.com and support getting a new bowler hat. That is my image on stage, guys. lol-entertainment at outlook.com.
Yes.
They're about $80. I don't know. Taxes 100, delivery maybe with the tariffs nowadays.
Exactly. I would like to. You keep that bottle, Joe. I would like to get it from you. I'll put it in the back behind me. So
I'll keep it just for you, buddy. Just for you.
Thank you very much. And then we had Pat Cardinal, which actually episode 9 is the most watched episode out of all 49 so far. So
way to go, Patty Cakes.
Pat.
That's my boy.
So I've got a short reel of you as well, Pat. So this is from episode 9 featuring Pat Cardinal. Pat, welcome to the
What's going on, boys? What's going on? Thanks for having me. We're gonna take it on our home turf this time, and we'll see if the tables turn. So I'm a father, I'm a working man, and I'm a promoter. So I came in with the energy drink, the C4. So I also got little Mitchie of Jack Daniels there.
Woo, yes. Oh yes, from the bottle, man. I love it, man.
Oh boy.
Love it.
We like our whiskey in Cornwall, boys. Yeah, he is truly the most competitive person I've ever met in my life. That's a tough one.
Nice.
Sounds about like my academic level too.
There you go. That is the Pat Cardinal. Pat, were you drunk by the end of that episode?
Yo, I was hammed at the end of that
episode. I remember him calling me after.
I was done. Like, I remember about halfway through, I was like, oh, fuck. What am I going to do? Like, how am I going to compose myself? Yeah, I was done. I don't drink anymore, though, so it's all about the water now. Water and coffee.
So you're drinking water right now.
Good man.
Yeah.
Well, that's, I guess, told your beer is not going to work too well if we have you on again. All right.
I'll make a sacrifice.
Yeah. Take one for the team. All right. And then we also had Matt Johnson on episode 19. Matt, you're not escaping this one. We put together a short reel of your episode. So here it is, episode 19 with Matt Johnson. Welcome to the stage, Matt Johnson.
Hey.
There you go. Is that right?
Oh, you know, considering we're only about a tour away from Ottawa, you know, it's about the same. Give it to the girl who single-handedly stole an entire Pride Month. What's that tribe off of the coast of India that's untouched by man that tried to murder that guy the other year? That's where I'm going with this. Yeah. I'm intrigued and scared, but already, damn. I'm just going with a classic, good old Sleeman original.
Nice.
Good old Sleeman. I'm trying to maintain my feminine figure there, but out of 10, I'd give this one a 6. Yeah, it's like a solid 6. The Shaquille O'Neal pregnancy test.
Yes.
Now with a free drum of KY jelly to help insert it because of his massive finger. Then again, I don't know if you're supposed to insert them. I think I've been doing my pregnancy test wrong. I just realized I'm wearing the same fucking shirt.
That's so great.
I didn't fucking catch. Oh my god! I gotta change up my wardrobe.
Jordan, Paul, any comments on what you just saw or what you just heard?
I can't. It's just my hair in those videos. I'm just like, God, I miss that. Yeah.
We missed those luscious locks, though.
I do, don't I? Yeah.
It was
No,
live.
you guys are awesome. You guys are always fun. You're always easy to be around. You make whatever room we're in better. So.
Likewise.
Oh, thanks, boys. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks,
We
man. And
feel the
congrats
same.
on 50 episodes, boys. Like, I'm sure that's been a hell of a journey. And we know firsthand how tough that is. So, way to go, boys. Way to go.
Thanks, man.
Honestly, congratulations.
Yeah, we got to give you guys props. We tried to do a podcast and failed miserably and never tried to pick it back up. So you guys, 50 episodes in, man, and you guys all got like your personal lives too. So you guys are killing it, man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.
We appreciate
If
that.
we aired any of what we actually recorded, none of us would have a career right now.
No. Yeah, we were not. We didn't plan. We didn't have the awesome planning skills that you guys have and the nice organization. You know.
Yeah, we apologize for any comments made towards Lizzo.
Yeah.
Jordan, let's give you an opportunity to say something to the boys.
It's always fun working with you guys. I'm talking about the LOL guys down at the bottom, not you two. I deal with you all the time. I look forward to all of us working together again soon. Probably one of my most favorite episodes, actually, not to say that I didn't enjoy any of your episodes. I enjoyed all of yours, but my most favorite actually was Matt's episode because we did the random products, and he actually had one of the products in his house. So the funniest shit.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yes! Oh my god!
Guys, do one of you guys have this feed on right now, like turned on? Are you watching this feed? Like, are you guys watching us live while you're on?
No, I didn't want to fuck up my connection.
Yeah,
shit.
somebody's got to turn down whatever they're watching. That's all.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
feedback.
A
But
bit of
anyway.
feedback.
anyways, I enjoy working with each and every one of you guys and getting to know you outside of comedy. So thanks again for coming on. I appreciate that.
Yes, for sure. I'll echo that.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank
It
you,
was
guys.
awesome to be on the 50th episode.
And we'll have you on again for sure. So thank you all, LOL Entertainment, and we look forward to seeing you guys real soon.
Thank you,
Take care,
guys.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. Good guys.
All right, that was LOL Entertainment. I love those guys in Cornwall, man. They're awesome.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're easy to be around, eh?
Oh,
for
God,
sure.
yeah. Yeah. Gotten to
Love
know
those
them outside of, the comedy stage too has been nice as well. We've done a few projects together. A lot of them come out to the Mill Tavern open mic, so it's nice to get to know each and every one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we did the Master Debaters show together. That was their production. That's I helped put on, and Paul, you hosted that. That was
Yes.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have won the Battle of Ontario. They've been in it, I think, 2 or 3 times, and they finally took Ottawa down. It was fixed. The rig was in, but we're not going to go there. Anyway, they're great guys. We love them. And speaking of great guys, we got our next guest in the green room. He's from Toronto. He is a great guy. We had him on for episode 13. And he's a very, very funny guy. Let's welcome to the show. He just disappeared.
Oh no.
He just disappeared. So let's hopefully he reconnects. in a
Nobody
second.
likes waiting on hold, eh?
I know.
Yeah.
It's like, man, when I see them pop up, I'm the only one that can see them. You guys can't see them, so I can see when they pop up. And Vinny's been there for maybe 5-10 minutes. So I'm like, ugh.
I think he's on time though, eh? So his time slot was 7:45.
He is on time.
Yeah. He might have lost connection for a sec or had to step away. It's all good.
Well,
We'll
it's
wait.
Toronto, man. Toronto. Hey.
Yeah.
Toronto loses connection, man.
I know. Taylor Swift must be back in taking all the bandwidth,
Exactly. Exactly.
I still
And,
can't get over that how she shut down the DVP.
Oh
Yeah.
God,
The Gardner Expressway or whatever it was. Like, she shut it down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think about that. Like, oh, imagine. Like, what kind of power you have to have, eh?
Speaking of power, we got, I want to say hi to Janelle Niles, who's in the chat watching. So,
You're choppy.
thank you, Janelle. It's always nice to have you watching. Appreciate that very much. We also got Mike R, who is in the chat watching as well. Nice. So, and he's
Dave-
back.
Okay, Dave, you were choppy as shit. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Mike R. Do we know Mike R?
Mike R.
Am I
Mike,
back?
You might be my buddy Mike Grayson.
There you go. Hi,
Yep.
Mike.
Could be him.
Mike R, if you're watching, please identify yourself.
One of the best guys on earth. Yeah, if it's him. Yeah.
If it's him, yeah.
Yeah.
It might be Mike R from Ecuador. We're pretty big in Ecuador.
Could
so
be
never
Miguel R.
Exactly. All right. Our next guest is in the green room. He's back. So let's bring him on. He was on episode 13. Very funny guy from Toronto. Let's give a big round of applause to Vinny Vanelli. Vinny, welcome. Vinny, are you there? Are you frozen?
Dude, not cool doing blackface in front of me like that.
Vinny's frozen.
The old Toronto buffer.
He's maybe he's really upset at Jordan for
There he
firing
is.
that. There he is. Vinny, how are you, buddy?
All right, there he is. He's in. Uh-oh.
You're going to wear that. I'm not going to do this interview right now. Tell Jordan to take that thing off, or I'm walking.
All right, Jordan. Jordan, Vinny's a big deal, so we got to acquiesce to his demands, man. Are you going to take the jersey off or what?
I can. I wore this just for Vinny.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
What's this? The other day you said that was your favorite episode. What about episode 13? That's where this show really picked up, in my opinion, after I came on.
Fair.
Yeah, we had viewers in Portugal, and ever since then.
Oh, it was skyrocketed.
Vinny, great to have you back, man. What's going on in Toronto these days? Are you in Toronto right now, or?
Yep, in Toronto.
Nice.
I should just say this right off the bat. We're going to be there in Ottawa, July 16th, Wednesday, July 16th, during the United Colors of Comedy tour. So I'm excited about that.
Colors of Comedy. What is that?
So basically, it's a whole bunch of people, different ethnicities. We're doing this thing.
Oh, no.
I think Vinny's in a bunker, man. He's in his basement, I think.
Could be. Yeah.
Vinny must be surrounded by concrete because that's usually what happens.
Or he's still on dial-up.
Can you imagine the dial-up?
Someone's trying to use the phone in his house. Yeah.
Bing, bing. Jesus. Well,
poor guy.
let me remove Vinny until he gets reconnected. So, anyway, yeah, the Leafs. I don't know, man. The Leafs. They made some deadline deals, but
They look good. I don't care what anybody says. Those deadline deals look good. And I want to say, if Vinny's watching still, if he's able to see this, I think Mitch Marner pulling the no movement clause. Good for you, Mitchy boy. Tell Toronto's brass to shove it. You're not going anywhere.
oh my God. When was the last time you guys? I know you've both done shows in Toronto. When was the last time you guys were in Toronto? Was it recent or?
Last time I was for the last show we did with Jordan. It was the last time I went there.
Right at the
drove to Toronto for a 10-minute bit and then turn around and drive right back.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It was awesome.
In a snowstorm. Wasn't there a snowstorm that night?
Snowstorm the first time.
Okay.
Yeah. But so I love it. It's like I've said it before. It's part of the grind. It's part of the sort of cutting your teeth in stand up, and it's there's no other reason ever anybody would ever drive out there and drive back, like drive to Toronto and then drive back to Ottawa from Toronto for 10 minutes, for free kind of thing. Like it's I don't know. I think it's awesome.
Well, it's one of those that, one day, when you make it big, it's going to be one of those stories that you could tell, aspiring comics. This is part of the journey, right? You drive 4 hours to do 10 minutes.
Like it's not like we're the only ones who've ever had to do stuff like that. Like, I mean,
yeah,
all our I'd say, like, not alma mater, but the people that have come before us, like they've all done that and more, So it's I don't know. It's just I think it's cool. Just the experience of doing it is in itself is pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead, Jordan.
I haven't been in Toronto for a few months now. I have some stuff planned, but I'm just going through some family stuff. So the comedy shows and producing shows have kind of taken a little bit of a back burner while we're kind of figuring stuff out. But the plan is to be in St. Catharines towards the end of spring for Battle of Ontario. I know last year at this time we had almost 2 done, and so far this year I haven't had any, but family comes first sometimes. So we've all been there, we've all dealt with it. Yeah, priorities in life can't always be comedy, it's got to be family sometimes. So
yeah, no, for sure, family's always first. And did you mention the mill? I know they were under construction for the last couple of weeks.
So they are going to be under construction for all of March, which I kind of knew just from seeing what renovations were going to be done. But we will be back for our 1-year anniversary at the start of April. So our 1-year anniversary was April 4th, and I believe the first one back will be April 3rd. So we'll be ready to celebrate and have an amazing night that night.
Nice.
Unreal. A year when you think about it.
Another
Right?
1-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How are your beers doing, gentlemen?
I'm done.
This is my last bit.
Are we going to see a chug? You're going to see a chug? No, he's not going to chug.
I mean, I could, but just do I want to?
If Vinny is still watching, I'll message him later. I talk to him every once in a while, but if he's still watching, I just want to thank him for popping in. I'm sorry your internet couldn't connect with us. These live shows, sometimes we have that. Our voices buffer sometimes as well. I will hit you up. I think I will be seeing him on the 16th when he's down as well. So that will be good. And if you are watching this, send me a message in case I forget to, because I have some information for you as well, Vinny. All right, that's
all I have to say about that.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, I mean, in terms of the comedy scene here in Ottawa, I know I've been pretty quiet, getting ready to go out on March break soon, God willing. Interesting story from last year.
Passport.
What's that?
If nobody forgets their passport.
Yeah, let's not go there. Yeah, for those that don't know what Paul's talking about, last March we had a week trip booked during March break to the Turks and Caicos, and we were to leave on Saturday morning at like 5 a.m. And on the Friday afternoon, my son discovers he can't find his passport. So after hours of literally turning the house upside down, couldn't find it, we had to cancel everything. Everything. We had to cancel the flights, the accommodations, the excursions, everything.
Did you ever find it?
No.
No?
No.
Oh my God.
Never found it, so we had to get a new one. But the sea was angry that day, my friends.
Like an old man in a diner
The
trying to turn
sea
a whole soup.
was angry. Holy shit. It was not fun here. It was not fun.
Good.
So, gentlemen, we got some time to kill. What was your I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but your favorite part or your favorite moment, well, not maybe moment, but what comes to mind as your favorite thing in the first 50 episodes? Paul, I won't put you on the spot, Paul, but Jordan, Paul, if you guys have any thoughts on that.
Oh,
please
man.
share them.
Favorite moments. Jeez. I think like a lot of my favorite, one of my favorite moments was actually episode 1 afterwards, because you guys, I come from a very diverse family who's used to hot food. Okay. And I remember, Dave, you were hiccuping during the episode after the hot sauce shot. And then, Paul, you didn't feel so well after we had left.
Sounds like me. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, that was quite funny, because I like got home and I was like, what a bunch of pussy.
Well, as I was driving home from that one, that was episode 1, it was done in person. So the three of us were in the same room in Paul's basement, or it's not a basement, but it's like a basement apartment. It's a fully furnished.
Yeah, I mean, it is my basement, but yeah.
But it's a very nice spot. And So we did the podcast episode 1, and it was a hot sauce challenge. I remember driving home from that thinking, I cannot do another episode where I'm going to ingest hot sauce and almost vomit on my on the floor. I can't do this, man. I can't do this. But anyway, here we are 50 episodes later.
Come a long way. I think my favorite was, I mean, this didn't really have anything to do with our like podcasts, you know, per se, but when you guys showed up, when we did it on my birthday and you guys showed up with those donuts and beers and pizza, that was one of the nicest things ever. You know, it's so unexpected, and my diabetes certainly yeah.
It was type 2 in a box, man.
Oh, jeez, was it ever? Yeah.
Jordan, do you want to tell the story?
Yeah, so we had snuck it after we were filming, actually. Dave and I and Monica, we had plans to meet up at the Big Rig, and we filmed it. I think I sent it to Dave. I don't think it ever aired, but it was the fact that we gave it to you, and then you're like, yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, you guys got to go.
just like booted you. Yeah, go, get out of here. Yeah.
I think he was so shocked that that we were there. It was surreal because as we were signing off from recording, Jordan said, "Paul, you going to be around this afternoon?" And Paul's like,
"That's right.
Yeah, I'll be around." And I guess it never, didn't connect. That Paul never thought we would do that. But we went to Big Rig, got a large Meat Lovers pizza. Jordan went to Tim Hortons, got a dozen donuts,
and brought him a 6-pack of Carlsberg beer.
Great red. Paul was like, "What are you guys doing here?"
You're like anxiety pukes just thinking about it.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
so,
you guys are angels. I tell you, that was great. Yeah,
I think my favorite part have been the guests. Like the guests are a lot of fun. It kind of takes away from us being able to talk more about us, but who really wants to hear about me? I'm sure people want to hear about you guys, but it's a lot more interesting with a guest because I mean, like we had Cody Lightning on.
Hell yeah.
He was amazing. Like, Cody Lightning. Paul, who got Cody?
That was Paul.
Yeah. How did you get Cody?
I watched Hey Victor, and I was like, oh, what? This is incredible. And I like immediately messaged him. It was like 3 a.m, and I just like slid into his DMs kind of thing. You know what I mean? And asked him if he wanted to be on, and he got back to me. And I guess the story was his girlfriend was like, "Who's messaging you right now? Like, who's messaging you at 3 o'clock in the morning?" You know, and he's like, "It's some guy." I don't know. You know, she's like, "Sure it is." Excuse me, but I just reached out to him, and he was really nice about it. Excuse me, and just thinking about that beer, those donuts. And he just got back to me and said he said he's in, and could have worked out better. He was a great guest. He was really pumped to be on, and I've seen that movie a bunch of times. Like if anybody out there needs a good movie to watch, Hey Victor, it's incredible. So definitely watch it. And come to find out, he's got a really packed full of like pretty big actors that he's worked with. You know what I mean? Like his dossier, if you want to call it, his the past films and stuff that he's worked on.
Yeah,
he didn't speak. But yeah, he's worked with some pretty prominent actors, and
big time.
He's been around for a long time. You know what I mean? And he's done some pretty good stuff. But that's how that worked out.
Yeah, that was awesome. So we got some people watching. Jordan, do you want to shout out?
Yeah, just because I'm getting a little bit of messages here. Naya, who's Aiden's girlfriend, is watching. Hi, Naya.
Nice.
Chad Noonan says congrats on 50. We have some of my other friends watching as well, so I just want to say hi to everybody on Instagram. If you are watching this on the 6 Nutz Instagram feed, it's probably going to cut off soon, so please sign on to YouTube. Give us a watch here. That's it. Keep bringing in the comments. She's going to get Aiden to join on as well soon. So he's the guy who you see at the Hold My Beer segment with the sweet belt buckle. He'll be watching us shortly as well. So that's it. That's all I want to say. Hi, guys.
Nice. That's awesome. Did you say he's going to sign on, like as in come on? Or
I mean, if you want to have him come on probably before the episode is done, I know we have a very special guest coming on very soon. So,
yeah,
I don't want to take time away from him, but if Aiden's available, maybe we can sneak him on before the show's done.
yeah, or anybody in the comments. Are you guys open to bringing on people
Hell
that
yeah.
might be watching? So if you're watching and you want to come on, just put a comment, say it in the comments, and we will look to bring you on.
That could
maybe-
be dangerous. That could be dangerous.
It could be dangerous. We could get, a flopping dick. Janelle said she'd come on.
All right. Do you guys want to talk a little bit, and I'll try and get Janelle.
Yeah, hell
Get
yeah.
up here.
No problem.
So John Wick 2.
I was just gonna. let's talk about John Wick.
John Wick 3 was on right as I was getting ready for this. I was like, oh, fitting.
Yeah, very fitting.
Yeah.
Oh God, man. No, that's awesome. No, I was just thinking. Since we started this, I got an open mic. Dave's got an open mic. We got to get work on getting Paul your own open mic. Would that be something you want to do?
I just jump on your open mics. I just ride your wakes. Yeah.
Hey man, anytime you want to come, there's always a spot, and that's for anybody who's watching. There's always a spot. Not this month though. If you show up this month, you might want to put on a tool belt,
a hard hat. Yeah, hard hat and safety glasses.
Yeah, give him a hand real quick. Maybe speed up the process.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to be back. I think Kevin Vivian, who's the guitar player, who's helps me out with the open mics, who's a big part of the open mics as well, will be back by the time we're ready to get going as well.
Yeah.
He's been away for a little bit, so I'm really excited to be back there. Like I was saying, dealing with family stuff, Paul, you know how that is. Dave, you know how that is. We kind of got to get through that, but I have a lot of stuff going on that's coming up. I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm trying to keep my lips sealed for now. It's pretty much set in stone. I will say, for all those who are watching comics-wise, April 1st, the Crazy Horse Show in Canada is a go. We do have a set lineup. I know a lot of you want to be on it, so if you want to come and actually check it out first, let me know, and I can give you a comp ticket, so that way you can come check it out and see what's going on. I know a lot of producers like to see faces before they put them on, especially for those who I don't get to see because I have my own stuff going on. I don't get to see a lot of the new faces around here.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to come out, please do come and take a look. Yeah, that's a fun show. I should have you, Paul, on it at some point too. I know we got to.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a good spot. It's
Yeah.
pretty big too. It's a big enough room, right?
It's huge, man. It's huge, and they love us there. So look at that. Talking about Crazy Horse in the podcast. Should send the managers that. I was actually at the staff party for their Christmas party. I was there. It's just
wow.
I only have to be there I was there twice last year.
Yeah.
Get invited to the staff party. That's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah.
So
I bet that was an absolute shit show.
oh man, it was very, very funny to just be an observer of all the employees getting let loose a little bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I bet. I haven't been there it's been probably 8 years since I've been there, right? But it's still busy. It's still super busy from what I hear.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to I don't know if Jacob's still watching. He was watching, but we have work tomorrow, so I actually had to carry his drunk ass out of that bar. Had way too many beers and was puking in the bathroom. There's just like a crowd of guys hovering over him. And I had to separate them like, no, he's mine. He's mine.
Yeah.
All right, we got Janelle in the green room, guys.
Let's go.
All right, do we want to bring her on?
Bring her on.
Yeah, why not?
Let's invite her and then not bring her on. Duh. All right, let's bring on Janelle for a couple of minutes, and then we got Vinny. Vinny, I see you in the green room. If you can just sit tight, we'll bring Janelle on, and then we'll bring you on, Vinny. All right, Janelle, let's welcome Janelle. Big round of applause, Janelle Niles.
Hey, Greg.
What is going on? Thank you for coming on such short notice. We appreciate it.
I don't mind. I'm in my pajamas. I was doing my taxes. I was like, I'll watch.
Oh.
Why not?
Taxes or Six Nuts podcast? It's a hard decision.
Mhm. Oh, by the way, I do pay my taxes. I just want to make sure that's known.
Just about to say that must have been a short tax month.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know Janelle Niles, maybe do you have like a 30-second elevator pitch?
Oh yeah.
Just who you are and tell us a little bit about you.
Sure. To everybody watching, Gwe, my name is Janelle Niles. I am a First Nations Mi'kmaq and Black woman from Sabaganagati, Nova Scotia. I am a stand-up comedian and newly crowned Mr. International Two-Spirit. What does that mean? I guess you have to come to a show.
And so do you know that you're sharing a virtual stage with another black fella or half black fella?
Oh, Jordan, yeah.
Yeah, she knows. Yeah.
Not me.
So Janelle, I'm sure you've watched all 49 episodes.
I watched like about 5 of them.
Oh, nice. Well, thank you for doing that. Who is the best looking of the three of us? And it's definitely not Dave. So it's either Jordan or Paul.
Oh, 1 second. I have to talk to my
Or yourself, you can
feminine
say.
spirit. I have to talk to my feminine spirit. It would have to be Paul. Yeah.
Yes.
My masculine spirit kind of wants to top Jordan, but like
I know.
my feminine spirit wants to be under
I've
Paul.
been described as a twink. The gay dudes love me.
Nice. So what is going on in your world and as it relates to comedy these days, Janelle?
Oh, a bunch. March just finally picked up. I get to pay off my credit cards. This winter was very slow for gigs. Like I can pay my rent with one good gig a month, but it's all these tiny little gigs that pay like $40 that do not add up. So I just did the Shankman Theater for CBC LOL February 28th. And just between me and you and everybody watching, I bombed in front of 500 people. I had 3 people there, so I guess I had 3 people who were laughing, but the rest were just kind of like, what the hell is she saying? And it was more they were what is happening, like what is she saying, versus they found it funny. Like they near the end they were picking up what I was putting down, like literally near the end, but the first 75% they were kind of like shocked because I was talking about the Baby Mama project. And they were,
well, that's all right. Like I'm sure like we've all done it before. We've all had, sets that have made us cry after, but like kind of makes you a little bit tougher, right? Like you've done it longer than all of us. So like, I mean, you kind of can, you can talk on that, right? Like how, like, you need that kind of, you need to be able to bomb. Like if that was your first time bombing, you probably would have shit your pants, right? But like,
oh yeah, in front of 500 people, that was my first time bombing. I would have
continue and compose, you can keep yourself composed, right?
Oh, the thing was, I was on a beta blockers, and I was making a joke with the comics in the back. I was like, if I wasn't on a beta blocker right now, I'd probably be crying. I'm okay for some reason.
Yeah.
But that's not actually my worst bomb. I bombed in front of 2,000 people at the River Cree Resort and Casino, but I still did my time, just like I did at LOL. I didn't freaking care if I was bombing. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And
Casinos are hard though. Like I've done a casino, I did Falls View, and it's tough because nobody really gives a shit. They want to go gamble.
Yeah.
They got all these noises in the background, and they're not really paying attention. They're just killing their time before they go and hit the slots again, right? Like
100%. And it was Alberta, so it was a very conservative crowd with my ultra liberal bullshit.
Oh my God, yeah, yeah. Alberta's like the Texas North. My goodness.
Yeah, I was almost testing the CBC LOL crowd of how liberal do you think you are? They're like, oh, we didn't know we were this liberal.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I gotta say, when I bomb at Meow in front of nobody, it takes me a week to recover. So, how long would it take you to do you just bounce back now? Is it just kind of like water under the bridge these days, or?
I'm kind of known now if I work with other comedians that, if Janelle bombs, she's just going to come into the green room and sulk for about 20 minutes. And then she'll, it's like almost the covert narcissist in me. I just need to know I suck for 20 minutes. And then I can, after I'm done grieving myself, I'm like, what can I learn from this? And then I get over it. But I need to sulk before I can, get over it.
Yep. No, I understand. Been there many times, but not in front of 2,000 people. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, thank you for coming on, Janelle. Before we let you go, maybe where can people find you on social media or any other platform?
Oh, you can find me everywhere on social media. I have everything except for X and Snapchat, because Snapchat's for porn. So you can find me on Facebook at Janelle Niles, on TikTok at First Rays of the Sun Woman, and everywhere else is Janelle Niles for Instagram and YouTube. Actually, that's where I was watching the Six Nuts podcast. I love your guys' branding of late. That's awesome. I can find you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes. If you want, before we leave, if you want to talk about how we as comedians have to stick up for each other in that regard, like if we see something that's not working, we gotta all kind of pitch in together, not just like, because when I'm on Facebook and I do my statuses, right, like people who I thought hate me will like message me, oh, you got that word wrong. And I'm like, oh, thank you, appreciate it. And I'll go back and I'll change it. And some people will just let the typo stay for like a week, and then I'm like, oh no, I meant stuck, not suck.
I would love to touch base on that actually, Janelle. I mean, I've been kind of watching you for a little while now. So one of your jokes, the moose knuckle joke, I fucking loved it. But yeah, there's not a lot of comedians who like to support each other. So it's always nice when you have comics who are willing to support each other, like Janelle did for the Six Nuts podcast, and informing us, we got to get some of these keywords up so people can find us. I think it benefits everybody in our community instead of like clawing at each other and being crabs in buckets if we support each other. Comedy is it's an industry that has its own flaws and is kind of people stick their nose up to it. So if we can all come together to make this industry better and work as a team instead of trying to put each other down, you probably see a lot more improvement, including fair pay for comics and entertainers, which I think we desperately need, especially getting paid in drinks doesn't always help, especially if you're dealing with addiction issues and substance issues. Yeah. So please, guys, instead of going at each other and trying to join the fad train of roasting each other, work together to make our industry that much better. It's the only way we can stand out.
Exactly.
Well said. Well said. So with that, Janelle, we're going to let you go back to your taxes. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate the support, and we will see you at out in the Ottawa comedy scene very soon. So thanks, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, David. Thank you, Jordan. Adios.
All right. Thank you, Janelle, for doing that on like zero notice. We got Vinny Vanelli back in the green room. So, Vinny, if you're ready, just give me a wave, and I'll bring you back on, man.
I'll even take this off for him.
Get the thumbs up. All right. So, welcome back, Vinny Vanelli, who was on episode 13. Here we go. Vinny, welcome back, man.
Hey, guys. Sorry about that.
We got...
I'm at my mom's house here, okay? I'm actually in Kleinburg. Woodbridge. I'm in Woodbridge, Ontario, okay? So, I'm sorry. Can you hear me? Is everything good now?
Yeah. Everything's good, yeah.
Everything's good. And you will notice, Vinny, that Jordan has taken off the Sens jersey. So I think you won the battle.
The Battle of Ontario, man. It always goes to Toronto, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then you guys meet the second round, or you don't. I mean, it's just...
That's awesome, man. So, Vinny, we had you on episode 13, Lucky 13.
That's
and
when the
I
show
do...
took off. That's right, yeah.
We do have a short compilation of your highlights from your episode. So let's have a look at them now, and we'll be back in a second. Highlights from episode 13 featuring Vinny Vanelli. Vinny Vanelli to the show. Vinny, welcome to the Six Nuts podcast.
Yes. Buongiorno, come stai? Tutte bene?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what the hell you just said.
Look at the size of this thing. I have about 2 of these a day. I got the little macchinetta. I'm Italian, right? Obviously. So we're getting a little macchinetta. I get a couple of espressos done in the course of the day. This is my son, Gianluca. Gianluca, can you go upstairs and ask mommy to get Oh, she's outside. Can you ask her to get the Peroni? Oh, man, it was chaos. The best part is I didn't actually marry an Italian.
Well, he's bringing everybody onto the show.
How am I going to open this? Because she looked like a deer in the headlights. You had my best man. He's like loading people in. She didn't know that it was supposed to be like a like a mugging of like 300 people at once, like an organized robbery. But it was because that's what we do, right? Like, okay, drop off the envelopes over here, congratulate the bride and groom, go into those big giant doors, we'll shut them, and go count the money, right? That's what we do, right? But
There you go, Vinny Vanelli from episode 13, talking about your wedding, which had netted you what, 300 grand?
Well, it cost 500 grand, so.
Oh man, so good to have you back. What is up in Toronto these days in terms of comedy?
Quite a bit, man. It's a thriving scene. It's kind of interesting right now with what's going on in America. That's pretty interesting. So I'm selling all my shows, like, get 25% off, reverse tariffs, and all that kind of stuff. So.
That's crazy, man.
It's going well.
Go ahead. Sorry,
there's a bit of a delay on this, isn't there? It's going well. Right now, I've got a few shows coming up. I've got Kansas Comedy All-Stars coming up. Listen to this lineup. I'm sorry. I'm going to plug it up. I got to do it, okay?
Do it, man.
Kyle Brown, the current Juno Award winner. Yeah, he's going to be headlining the show. Jackie Perico. She's actually a superstar. She's on that wonderful show, Raising Children. I mean, it's fantastic, the show that we got coming up here. I'm going to be hosting it. I've got no accolades at all whatsoever, except that I know these people. Those are my only accolades. And I got a fundraiser coming up. I mean, there's a lot of comedy coming up right now, and it's going to go straight into the summer when we come there in July. So, and just for laughs, that'll be hopefully that'll continue, because I've been hearing that just for laughs is kind of iffy right now, so I'm worried. But yeah, comedy's good in Toronto. Comedy's hot.
Nice.
How is it in Ottawa?
Jordan, go ahead. I was gonna say, actually, Vinny, message me maybe tomorrow about. I know you're coming down the 16th, but message me tomorrow about it, and maybe we can get you guys out a day earlier. I might have blocked something for you, so maybe if you want to pitch that show again. But comedy in Ottawa is comedy in Ottawa, man. February's a rough month, but spring gets booming. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that the Cultures Club is pretty good there. They got there in Ottawa. I hear that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, who'd you? Yeah, from a little birdie with a white hat. Oh man. So, Vinny, in terms of the, I don't want to turn this into a sports podcast, but I know that you're a huge Leafs fan. Jordan's a huge Sens fan. Paul, I think Paul knows some ex-Sens players. Your thoughts on the trade deadline acquisitions, and are the Leafs going to win a freaking round? Like, come on.
Well, we have one around. Okay, let me. You know what? I think we've got a good. Listen, I say this all the time. This is the year. This is the year. I believe it. I believe it with all my. Look, I like the Carlo pickup. That was a good one. I think he's
was good.
Solid defenseman. This guy, what is his name? Lawton.
Lawton. He's good too. Yeah. He's good too.
I didn't like his game last night, but whatever.
New team, new system, man. New team, new system.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Colorado played well, but listen, like I always say, just thank God, we're not the Sens. So that's good.
What does that? Wait. What does that mean? What does that mean?
I got a fun fact. I'll give the Leafs a compliment, and then a fun fact for you Leaf fans that are watching. I did like the fact that you guys didn't trade Marner. I thought it was big balls for Mitchie boy to say, no, I ain't going anywhere. I don't give a shit who you want. This is my hometown, so kudos to Mitch. And Brad Treliving, you're kind of a moron for that one. But fun fact, can you tell me how many times the Toronto Maple Leafs have made it to the third round of the Stanley Cup playoffs?
Is this a trivia or a rhetorical?
It's trivia. Does Vinny know?
Okay.
What, like forever? Like in the history of the NHL?
The history of the team.
I don't know. Let's say 20.
I got bad news for you, buddy. The only time they've made it to the third round was when it was a Stanley Cup final. Since it's become a conference final, they've never made it. Never made it.
Wow, that's kind of a trick question, because when they won the cup, they didn't win 3 rounds, right?
That's the type of question you're going to get from a Sens fan, right? I mean, come on.
To be fair,
enjoy
the modern day
you guys got a good team there. That's great, but come on.
The modern day Ottawa Senators have never won a Stanley Cup, so I'll give that one to you.
Boring.
Actually, I like the Sens. I like the Sens. They've got a good team. They do.
Yeah, you're just saying
in
that
another
to be
couple
nice,
of years,
Cody.
No, seriously, a couple of years.
Yeah. Until then, the Leafs got to do something.
I believe in them.
Fun fact: if Vancouver wants a cup, they should change their name back to the Millionaire. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Mr. Daves, that's Matt Johnson, I believe. Anyway, Vinny, I know that we've had you on and off a couple times, so we thank you for your patience and reconnecting. And maybe one day in Kleinburg they'll have decent Wi-Fi. I think it was Paul who suggested that you're on dial-up
elbows up.
wherever you are. Elbows up. But we appreciate that. Before we let you go, Vinny, maybe share with everybody where we can find you, where people can find you on social media or across the great web.
VinnyComedy.com. Actually, today you guys were just talking about what were you talking about? How everyone should get paid. I just finished writing my copy for my Greenlight Comedy Productions website, which has all my shows. I got like 7 different shows right now that I'm producing. And what was the first thing I wrote? Founded in 2022 by Vinny, because I was upset that people were not getting paid in Toronto. I don't know about Ottawa, but in Toronto, people were not getting paid. The first few years I was a comedian, I'm like, forget this. I'm not going to swear because I don't swear, but fudge this, okay? And I came up with my own production company, and I'm paying everyone. I'm making sure no matter what, even if there's no show, they're getting paid. It's an art form, and we got to respect it as such. And I'm sick and tired of people not getting paid when they're performing their art, something that they work so hard on. So I'm happy you brought that up there, Jordan. And yes, and Janelle, that was awesome.
Yeah, no, it's a good point, Vinny. And I find I have not been in comedy very long, but I find that comedians are really afraid to ask to get paid. Like they're afraid to do it for money and feel like they're not deserving. I don't know what the reason is, but it's content that it's creative content. It's customized content, and you should get paid for it.
It can be tough as a park club owner. I understand where like costs come in, but that's why we need to kind of work together, right? If we're bringing in eyes to our venues and bums in seats, and people are actually willing to buy tickets eventually, instead of you get the clubs that are like, oh, we're just going to give you free tickets. Well, at that point, you're just covering your staff costs and your rent, and that's why the comics aren't getting paid. We need to have it so that way people are considering it as a date night. As it's as you would go to the theaters, right? They pay their staff to be there. Comics should be considered as staff as well. So hopefully within the next 5 years, we can all get there where if you're doing even 6 minutes, even if it's $5-10, it's something, right? And that kind of gives it gives comics kind of that motivation to keep going. Even if you bomb and you get $5, then you want to work harder to get $20. So I know we're not there yet. I know it's tough to get there. I understand that. I have my profit and loss reports that I see. And if you're just paying everybody, you're hitting red all the time. You can't run a business like that. But you need to respect, like you said, the art. You need to respect the industry. And we all have to try to work to get there.
You're right.
Yep, agreed.
I've only been producing for 3 years now. And I there's not been a year where I've made money.
No, you won't.
But this is more than about money.
Yep.
I'll make money doing comedy. Well, I'll perform whatever, and I'll even do corporate gigs or whatever. But this is different. I'll pay the comedians, and you know what? In Toronto, we've gotten better. We have gotten better in Toronto, and hopefully it'll continue.
100%. Toronto is definitely a city that does, I find, respect their comedians more than some other cities when it comes to pay. We're getting there. We're trying our best, but it's to try to get the citizens of Ottawa out to a show. And willing to fork over $10 to buy a ticket, right? So, I mean, open mics are different, but if you're going to be at a club or if you're going to be at a show where people are producing and booking you, I think you should at least see $5 if you can, right? So,
agreed. Paul, did you want to chime in? I thought
I disagree. I think it's there's definitely earning it, like you're not going to get paid on your first ever, stand-up gig, but definitely, like when you've been doing it for a couple of years, kind of thing. Especially if you're bringing people in, I think it's just it's a no-brainer.
So question for you, because a lot of newer comics too. Yeah, well, and that's it, right? But when you got a lot of newer comics that are bringing in 20 to 30 people, and I know Paul and I, when we do the club shows, we usually have quite a lot of people there. I think Dave, you too, when you do club shows, you have quite a few people. I think if you're a newer comic bringing in 30 people, in terms of business-wise, those 30 people are going to spend about $10-20 at the venue. So how come you can't give them $5? Even if they're not that great, it's $5, and maybe they're willing to go to the open mics within the city and spread that business to try to get better, so that way they can be brought into the club again. So I think it just there needs to be some kind of structure for payment for the comics. If you're not bringing anybody, like if you're new and you have nobody and you bomb, I can understand that. But still, $5, give a little bit of incentive. And if they don't do well, you write it down in your book that, not having this guy back until he tightens his act up. But
yeah,
I think
Jordan's got to tighten that up there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Parting shots. I love it, man. But Vinny, it was a lot of fun having you on in episode 13. It was great having you back. We'd love to have you back anytime. So do make sure that you keep in touch and connect before you come to Ottawa in July. And maybe we'll be celebrating a Leafs Stanley Cup victory. Who knows?
We will. Yeah, thank you for that. Great show, by the way. Keep it up. 50 episodes.
Thanks.
Awesome, guys.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate that. All right.
Bye.
Take care, Vinny. We'll see you soon. All right. That was Vinny Vanelli from Toronto. And we have another guest in the green room. You know what? Let me show his video. I'll show you the video that he's part of, and then we'll bring him on. So here we go. He is the featured in Hold My Beer.
You're watching Six Nuts Podcast, and this is how I hold my beer.
I love that. That's so cool, man. So cool. So let's bring him on. His name is Aiden. Let's bring him on and ask him about this belt buckle. So welcome to the show, Aiden.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, buddy.
Welcome. Good to see you.
I tried to put the buckle on really quick right after you played the video, but I couldn't get it in time.
That's okay. We'll wait. We'll wait.
Okay. All right.
While you're doing that, who's with you right now in the room?
I have Vanessa and Naya.
All right, who's Vanessa and who's Naya?
Hello, I'm Vanessa.
Both we all come out to the open mic at the Mill Tavern.
Very nice. Nice to see you, Vanessa. And I'm so bad with names. Naya. So who's who? Like, what is the connection between the three of you here?
We all live together. Me and Naya are dating, and Vanessa just lives here.
Just lives here. So Vanessa, you're basically like a walking. You're the rent payment, right? You're 1/3 of the rent payment. That's all.
I am. I'm the basement hobbit.
And Kevin also lives with us, but he's busy at the moment.
Okay, so Kevin is kind of the co-host of. Would you
yeah.
call him a co-host of the Mill Tavern?
Yep.
All right. So Jordan, maybe tell the story of what Aiden is all about, how this came to be, how the video came to be, and why they're here tonight.
So he actually showed me that belt buckle at my birthday show, and I might have been a little bit intoxicated.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Woo! Love it, man. A live demonstration. We love it.
Kevin says he's busy watching. Hi, Kevin. So I completely forgot that Aiden had showed me that. And then he brought it to the open mic, and it was Monica's idea. Why don't you guys do a little vignette of him holding his beer as an intro to the segment? And I couldn't resist. I had to. So Naya convinced Aiden. If it wasn't for Naya, he wouldn't be doing it. Yeah, that's right. And it took us 2-3 takes, and he fucking nailed it. So
yeah,
he was nervous because I had to get nice and close to his crotch region,
Yeah.
So
Like you don't do
Aiden,
that on a weekly basis.
what was that?
I said, like you don't do that on a weekly basis, Jordan.
I mean, but on camera though.
Aiden, can you share with us what happened after the camera stopped rolling?
That's R-rated.
Yeah, let's shield.
Nice. So you guys have your thoughts of the Mill Tavern. I think it's an amazing open mic because it's not only comedians, but you've got singers. So it's kind of it's a nice mix of talent, and everybody's there is always so happy. Maybe because you're all drunk, but
It's because it's wine night.
Yes,
it's wine night. So maybe
Wine
tell
night
us
on
tell us a little bit more about yourself, Aiden, and why you like the Mill Street open mic so much.
Well, me and Kevin used to go to what's that?
He said Mill Street, man. It's the Mill Tavern, not Mill
Sorry,
Street.
Mill Tavern. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
Oh, Mill.
Me and Kevin actually used to go to open mics all the time back in Pembroke, and he was looking for a good one back here, and it was the first one I ever went to that actually had comedians at it, and I thought it was the best thing ever, and so we've been going pretty well almost every week since. But yeah, that's basically it.
Nice. And thoughts on Jordan as a host?
Oh, I love Jordan. I can only I can only share so many details, but
The most you love Jordan.
Okay.
No, I love Jordan. I love his little in-betweens in between the sets and everything. I find he has a good way of keeping the show going and I don't know, helping everybody have a good night.
Nice, man.
Nice. Now, Paul Bourgon, Paul's been to the Mill Tavern a number of times.
Yes,
yeah.
What is your Paul has been he's the resounding favorite of this podcast. He's also been resoundingly voted as the best looking co-host on this podcast.
I did hear that. I did just hear that.
Let's give more praise to Paul. What are your thoughts on Paul Bourgon as a comedian?
I like his I don't know how to explain it. I like the way you tell your jokes.
You're great. No,
It's ridiculous. I know.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. I know they are. And the more I write new things, the more I'm like, this is stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid. Like, it's just it makes me laugh, and I'm like, this will make them laugh. And the Mill's a real good spot for me to test that out. I guess it's just You guys
I have a lot of respect for you guys because I know I could never get up on a stage to do
that. Same time. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So Paul's favorite joke, is it the Flintstones joke?
That's your favorite joke.
That's why I'm bringing it up, because I love that joke. I've heard it 1,000 times. I laugh every time.
Yeah, you love it. Yeah.
But Aiden, you sing at the open mic though, don't you? The odd time I've seen you sing there before.
I did sing a couple times.
Sorry.
What? What's so funny?
I play guitar a lot for Kevin, but I did sing a couple times, so I'm sorry you were unfortunate enough to witness that.
Not at all, man. What's your favorite song to sing? You do the Tragically Hip, don't you?
We did do Tragically Hip there. I didn't really sing that one, though. The only song I can sing is Wagon Wheel.
Rock me, mama.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we let you go, Aiden, thank you, and Vanessa and Naya, thank you for coming on. Maybe give us some final thoughts. Maybe where people can follow you on social media or on the World Wide Web.
I'm not really on social media.
Aiden,
but
you can follow me.
If anybody wants to see us, we're going to be at the open mic every week.
When they're done renovating.
Yeah. Is it renovations going on right now?
Yeah, upstairs being renovated. So I won't be back there until April 3rd, which is our 1-year anniversary.
April 3rd.
I know. I'm sorry, guys.
I was up there. Me and I were up there the other night, Genghis. We saw it. Yeah, they redid the windows. They've already started painting.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little while.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It didn't look like they had done a whole lot. Yeah, they're completely replacing the bar and everything.
I just realized we have a mattress in the bar.
Yeah, Kevin says nice mattress. Whose mattress is that?
We just keep extra mattresses around for people like Jordan to sleep over.
Yeah, they keep trying to get me to come over, hang out. The one day it will happen. Just send me a message.
Yeah. I think there's more to this belt buckle than you guys are leading on. So,
I know how to get it off. I know how to get
There
the
you
belt
go.
buckle off.
Anyway, well, Aiden, we thank you for helping out with that video, and your commission check is in the mail.
Perfect. I'll be
So
waiting on
hopefully we'll
it.
get that soon. But thank you, Vanessa and Naya, for joining in as well. We appreciate
Yes.
that. We appreciate the support at the Mill Tavern every week.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank you,
coming on.
guys.
And thank you guys for coming out
I
too.
miss
guys.
you, Jordan.
All right.
I love
I
you.
miss you too.
Yeah, I missed you
Uh,
guys. I
We'll see you
haven't
guys
seen
real soon.
Yes.
See you later.
All right. Take care. All right. That was Aiden of Hold My Beer fame, Vanessa and Naya. Fun group.
Oh yeah, they're a blast.
They're a blast. All right, gentlemen. Looks like we are coming to the end of episode 50. So
What a blast, eh?
you guys,
What a blast.
I know you guys have not had a lot of a chance to talk. So
That's okay. We got a lot of guests. It's not about us. It's about them.
no, that's right. Appreciate that. So do you guys want to get to final thoughts and wrap up episode 50?
Why not?
All right, let's head. All right. Final thoughts coming up. Oh yeah, we had to do the air drums for episode 50. We had to. Final thoughts for episode 50. It was a big one. Lots of great guests. Paul, let's start with you, man. Final thoughts for episode.
Final thoughts, say again, 50 episodes. We should be pretty proud of ourselves. Is the main thing here. Looking forward to 50 more. Not to sound cliche, but looks like we're not quitting anytime soon. So this is a good thing. I'm doing Absolute Comedy on Wednesday. Dave, I'm probably going to show up tomorrow. You doing Barley Mow tomorrow?
Next one is the 24th.
Okay, then I won't show up tomorrow. But yeah, I got that on Wednesday, and then
okay.
Yeah, it's just Jordan's. You got your thing next Friday.
Yep. 21st, March 21st, right?
21st, yeah. So yeah, Cultures on the 21st, and that's pretty much it, guys. I'm finished that gigantic beer, just so you know that. But that's pretty much it.
Right on. Thank you, Paul. You've been a big part of the show, so appreciate that, man. So thank you, Paul. Jordan, your final thoughts.
Oh man, I was so sad. I was waiting for one more person to come on, but maybe I'll say this for next time, or we chug it before the episode ends. I don't really have much going on this month, actually, because the open mic is on Renos. I'm at Yucks on March 12th. You can always catch a show at Cultures Comedy. We should have one every single Friday coming up. That's it. I've needed to take a little bit of time off, but I will be getting back to it pretty hard towards the end of March and early April. So please keep an eye out on my Instagram channel at Jangus Comedy. I just want to thank you guys, man. This is quite special to do 50 episodes. We've come a long way. We've seen people come on and enjoy themselves, and always it's a fun atmosphere. You always get great feedback from our guests, great feedback from our audience members who do watch this religiously, even people who've only seen an episode or two. So thank you guys. Please like, subscribe. We are so close to 100, and then we can get our butts on Spotify. That's it. That's all I got.
Awesome. Thank you for those final thoughts. And my final thoughts for episode 50. And speaking very sincerely and from the heart, this is not something that I could do alone, obviously. It was something that started as I guess you call it a dream that started in Paul's basement with some hot sauce and a couple of guys. And it's developed into some really great segments. And we each bring something different to the show. I know that the structure is something I can bring to the show. I know Jordan brings a lot of humor to the show, and Paul and Jordan also brings a lot of guests to the show, and so does Paul. Paul got us some amazing guests, and Paul. I mean, you guys, the two of you, I think, could carry the show on your own. So I'm so blessed to have you guys as part of the show. Could not do it without you, and really looking forward to 50 more. Episode 51, the next one, we're going to have some beer stats. So I've gone back and I've compiled a list of every beer that we've had for Hold My Beer. And there's some very interesting revelations. Some good.
Can't wait.
So good. But it's going to be very, very interesting. So tune into that. So
Nice.
it's going to be fun.
We couldn't do this without you, Dave.
Appreciate that, man. Thought Broker, great episode, guys. Appreciate that.
Thank
With
you.
that said, thank you, everybody, for watching. Paul, appreciate you, man. Jordan, appreciate you as well. And we will
Appreciate
see
you,
you
Dave.
all next time. What are we doing?
I think we're ending the episode.
We do have an outro, right? I'm pretty sure that was in our budget.
I'm trying to find it. Here we go.